You can't give up on a skill just because you don't have it. If you increase affinity with someone, you can use their skills. Yeah, I still need to go back and sort that all out. Affinity is really important, but I suppose you all know that by now. That I do. That's kind of why I'm going around this time. And we'll talk to you.
What's up?
We're beyond the times when we only had to worry about Colony 9. We all have to fight for everyone's survival. To be honest, I'm terrified, but I'll do whatever I can.
What's up?
We all know how hard Dunban and Ryan are fighting. We can't just stand by and do nothing. Did I talk to you? It looks like the high end... Yeah, I did. None of them have come here, even though somebody else said they did. A lot of contradictory information in this game. That kind of happens when you have easily 200-300 people that talk and say something different each time. It happens. It definitely happens. Alright, so let's head out here a bit, try to talk to the people that are roaming around the middle. We don't need to be on our guard against the Mechon now, do we? That's a relief. But we're facing an even bigger threat now, right? I'll help out any way I can. Everybody's here is kind of freaked out about the Telethia. The anti-air batteries aren't much use against our new enemy. There might not be much the Defense Force can do, but I will do anything I can to keep my home safe. That's the spirit, I guess. Have you got any arts you've never used before? Give them a try, you might be pleasantly surprised. And eventually, once I learn all of them. You can't determine an art's performance when it's used alone. Some arts become even stronger when combined with other arts. Yeah, I'm aware of that. Thank you. You know there are monsters that attack as soon as they see you? Have you noticed how sometimes they stop doing that after a while? It's because you've got so strong they're too intimidated to attack. Hooray, my intimidation check is high. You've really come a long way. I don't think there's anything new I can tell you. But you still tried. So the face Mechon used to be Homs. Why would they hurt their own kind? How could they do that to their friends, their family? Sorry, I'm not blaming the dead. I'm just trying to come to terms with everything that's happened. I guess conflict is just hard. Conflict is hard. Probably why they call it conflict. Do you know about Daze attacks? No, never heard of it. They stop the enemy from being able to move, like Topple. But you won't accumulate aggro if you attack a dazed enemy, so it's a good chance for less durable party members to attack. Or I just start spamming. I suppose you already know, but party order is pretty important. It determines the chain attack order, you see? So it's useful for the first person to have a break attack. Yeah, no, I was with you until that last thing. Once again, they tell you the wrong thing. You want to stack it, you don't want to break Topple Daze. That's not the way you want to go with it too often. There's something I want to do if I survive. I want to stop being scientist and become Napon merchant. When I hear Dad's stories, it just sounds so exciting. What does it feel like to travel around world? I hope Shulk can tell me all about it. I'll go visit Shulk when everything back to normal. Or you could ask him now, he's right there. It doesn't look like anybody's back here. I don't think anybody ever really shows up in the weapon development lab, but we can head down here and that'll wrap up the military district during the day. How you doing, Miller? The lieutenant colonel's really improved and she's more trusting. I think she's gonna make a good leader, you know? I've been under her command from the start and I'm proud of that. Just remembering when I'd hear, "Where's that idiot Miller?" It brings back fond memories. I really miss those days when I slacked off all the time. How you doing, Dean? Sonia said I should come to her house again and play with her kid. I was pretty excited until she got to the "and play with my kid" part. Yeah, that kind of changes things, doesn't it? Sonia's always so friendly. That's what's so great about her. She's just so friendly. What? It sounded like a bad thing after he said it the second time. But that is it for the military district during the day. We still have some work to do here at night. Should be less people as normal. So let's change it. 23 is good. Alright. Isn't there somebody out here? Yeah, there you go.
Hello.
Or no? I might go back home soon. It's been such a long time.
Hello.
You know, across these bridges. It would be ideal if I could do my research from home. Maybe I could change my studies to something more flexible. There's an idea. Alright, we'll talk to you.
Hello.
Andreas. Monica's cooking was superb today, again, as always. We found happiness, but I just hope it doesn't ever end.
Hello.
I'm the happiest man in the world. Monica is so... What's that? Stop babbling and do some work. I know, I'll shut up now. Apparently I told him to go to work.
What's up?
I hear toppling days last longer if you just keep on inflicting them. So after inflicting days, try going wild with days and topple arts.
What's up?
That's an idea. If you're really good, maybe you can keep a monster dazed forever. Though of course it all depends on your cooldown times. Yeah, I'm still working on the cooldown times, so I can't quite do it yet. Everybody, I believe, does have something that they can just continually spam. But it does require maxing out a lot of things. And once again, I apologize if you guys can hear the dog next door. It is not a happy dog today. Just not at all.
What do you want?
A girl called Desiree's enlisted in the Defense Force. I couldn't believe how good her marksmanship is. She's miles better than me, and I've been doing it for 10 years. I can see she's going to fit in very well around here.
What do you want?
It looks like Desiree has a weakness. She gets nervous around machines and ends up breaking them. She's so bad, it's funny. That's just not where her talent lies. But it's fine, the Force places the right people in the right jobs.
What do you want?
That's not who I wanted to talk to, and you know it. I wanted to talk to this one. It seems like Captain Raoul's chosen Minnie as his assistant. Minnie's the toughest in the Force. She's well cut out for the job.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. I heard a rumor that Dorothy was a candidate as well. It's a good thing Minnie was chosen. Dorothy is way too young for the job. Well, hooray, I chose the right person, maybe. I assume that they will say the exact opposite should I go the other way. Alright, nobody else around here? Let's head up to the back, where we can find pretty much... No, here's somebody on guard. Tension goes up and down during battle. That tension is actually important. The more of it, the better.
Hello.
Although there have been times when I thought I had too much, every single blow I dealt was a critical hit. Why would that be too much tension? There's no such thing as too much tension. Why are you saying that's bad? The Defense Force has finally come together. It looks like most of the colonists have started trusting us again. I guess the tension within the Force was obvious to everyone. You learn something new every day, huh?
What's up?
Sure. The young captain's the best. Tell everyone I said that, yeah? Because if Lieutenant Colonel Emmy Leader starts noticing me, well, it might kickstart my career just like it did for Miller, you know? Sure. It's a good thing.
Hi there.
Monica? I have no regrets. I'm better off with a man who likes staring at me all day anyway. Sure.
Hi there.
Somebody completely devoted, but I never imagined things would turn out like this. Funny what life throws at you, no? Alright, looking good here. Head up here, we can find you. Looks like even the Allied force can't win. Losing the High Entia was a serious blow. What are we supposed to do on our own?
Yes?
I'm not giving up. I'll carry on keeping watch here. It's the job I was given and it's what I'm best at. I'll see it through to the end. Alright, let's head down. See if anybody... Actually, I should check up here first. Forgot who was here. Well, there's a guy that we invited to Colony 6. I remember that, but I can't remember his name. I want to say Werner, but that's the guy that was over in the Mechon wreckage. If you deal a lot of damage, you'll accumulate a lot of aggro, but that doesn't matter if it's a decisive blow. If you defeat your opponent, you don't have to worry about aggro.
Yes?
That's true. So, have you learned how to use aggro to your advantage now? You've come this far, you shouldn't have any problems. True, but it still comes up from time to time.
Hello.
Hello. Do you know why Andreas was working so hard? Turns out he was into Monica. Seems like he enjoyed seeing her every night. But it all paid off. They're an item now. I'm surprised to see it, but they're pretty good together.
Hello.
Monica isn't really my type, but still, it just goes to show. I might find a bit of happiness if I work hard like Andreas. Sure, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe nobody is the right person for you. Ever. Who do we have over here? This is Eric. Every time I come here for a break, I can't help remembering her. I let the most important girl of my entire life slip through my fingers.
How's it going?
I think I need to talk to Dean about this feeling of emptiness. I need to get everything off my chest. Nothing. Let's keep going. Nothing in the back. Starting to get a little late. Eric and Monica are starting to hang out together again. So let's head in here. And we should just have somebody here, or did we get rid of them? We might have moved them to Colony 6 by now. Maybe we're a little early? We'll try midnight. Maybe they'll be here. Eric came out, and there's Perrine. I thought so. Hello there. My problem has been solved. I've taken over the research of a Napon who moved away. And I'm absolutely sure no one else is working on the same field. I'm going to be concentrating on healing research from now on.
What is it?
It's a good thing I talked things over with Dean. I hope I can be of help when he needs someone to listen to him. Alright. A little bit more there. Let's head out. I think this is Andreas again. Yeah, we talked to Andreas. So let's head down here, and that will do it for the military district. I know it does take a while. That it really does. So we will head down to the residential district. We have a long way to go. We're through one of the bigger towns, though. There aren't too many big towns anymore. There's Colony 6, and then there's Frontier Village. So, you know, almost a third of the way. And I think Frontier Village is still the biggest. But it still does take a long time. Even though it feels like I've made substantial progress today. Nobody's on the bridge at night? Really? Alright, let's make it day. 1100 hours. There should be a couple people here. I remember seeing somebody that would talk about the shore over there, but I think you would be first. Let's talk to you. Everything's changed since the colony was attacked. I wonder if these troubled times will carry on much longer. I just want a time to come when we can live without any cares.
Well?
I'm worried, but I'm not going to sink into despair. After all, we have you. I'll carry on praying for peace as long as there's a glimmer of hope. I tell you good news about trade. I hear that Sonia have a really valuable bug. I just know it one I remember from when I was young. When I young. Have you ever go to the other side? I think they have really strong monsters. I worry that they attack Colony 9. Nah, they won't come. Nobody really comes in. As much as they talk about like trying to keep the monsters out, it never really happens. Hold on one second though, I need to get a little bit of a drink. I've been talking for an hour apparently. Alright, let's keep going. Hopefully that will last me quite a bit. My mouth was starting to get dry though. I hear rumor. It say there are sealed doors all over Bionis. They have weird symbols on them. I don't know what they are. That's alright, I figured it out. I really like strange places. I want to go see. I heard there one in Satoral Marsh and Aerith Sea. So we got a little bit of a tip there. Hyantia Tomb, probably you could have figured out that there would be something there by yourself, but there were two. I do feel some sympathy for the Hyantia. I bet this wouldn't have happened if we'd cooperated earlier. Probably not. You're terrible, terrible people. We can't change the past. Now all the races have come together and joined forces. Seems like everyone's working together well around Bionis. At least that's what I heard about Colony 6 and Frontier Village. Ain't there something Colony 9 can be doing? Probably, but you ain't doing shit.
Well?
I just hope my relatives in Colony 6 were evacuated safely. But where could they have fled to? Is there anywhere safe on Bionis?
Well?
Colony 6 is fine now. We were born of the Bionis and are returned when we die. But the current situation is awful. What will become of us? We haven't told the children about it yet. She's still trapped in, like, just after the attack here in Colony 9. She hasn't been paying attention since then, apparently. We'll head down there later.
Who's this?
I hear a group of young'uns helped bring poor Cheryl to her senses. That's what I call a good deed.
Who's this?
But I'm far more interested in talking about food than Cheryl. Let's change the subject to food. And then he never did talk about food. I met Cheryl for the first time in a long while. I couldn't believe it. She's back to her old self. She was looking so well.
Oh, hello.
Ah, you're the ones who saved that lady from the brink of death. That was such a kind thing. I'll make sure everyone knows. Thank you, I guess.
Well,
Have you been building up affinity with people in the colony? You need to help them with their problems and speak to them. People you help will tell you about other people they know. And then give you more quests that you can then do, and then the cycle just goes on until you have nothing left to do. That's right, I suppose Jaleel and Arnaud. You might find out quite a lot if you speak to them. Jaleel? Isn't that a Napalm? I don't think they're the married ones. Either way, we're gonna head around here. Not seeing too much going on around here. Nobody hanging out in the back either? No, this kind of all just happens at night, apparently. Ah, here's Dionysus. That Jan is such an old fool. He should keep himself occupied with the defense force, not chasing women less than half his age. I want to give that Jan a piece of my mind, but I'd be worried about breaking my hip if we ever got into a fight. That's where people go for first, the hip. Next time I'll just talk to him man to man.
yes.
Hi. I've been working hard since last time I saw you. I saw you back then and thought, hey, I really need to try harder. Maybe now I'm almost as awesome as you. No, I got so much better than you did. I volunteered for the mobile unit. I'm learning how to pilot the mobile artillery. Now I'm going to protect the colony as well. And then we can head out. And find Jackson here. Do you like curry? But mine's not ready for people to try yet. I only let people taste it when I've perfected my recipe. It's still nowhere near good enough. I go outside when I'm on my break. I remember the days when I'd just lie there and stare at the sky. I used to think that was the be-all and end-all of life. Now I have a job, and I'm not allowed to do that anymore. Do you know from where we were born and where we will end up? We were born of the Bionis, and we should be returned to the Bionis. What would become of us if we could not be returned? Honestly, some better things might happen. Just throwing that out there. I used to just live my life without thinking too much, but the Bionis is an extremely important presence in our lives. Yeah, it's where we live. And my mind's been all over the place since this all started. Now I don't know what to believe. I don't even know what to do. So just sit there. It'll buff out in the end, I guess. More, it's Lucas. Got you. You are it. Catch me if you can. Tee-hee, near, get carried away. Hi. Lucas, near. Oi, me over here. Oh, that's not good. I've started talking like near. You guys don't have anything new to say after all the work I did? Oh man, that was rubbish. I'm supposed to be the one who invented this game. Lucas? You're great, Nira. You're so full of surprises. What's up, Morris? Not feeling yourself? Come on, try a bit harder. Yeah, they don't have anything to say. They're just playing. All right, let's change the time to be a little bit earlier. I believe this little girl will still be out here. Yeah, it's Paolo, the one that has the weird star time. Precious stars, please let me and Paolo be best friends forever. It's daytime, you can't see the stars.
Come and see.
I always pray to the sparkly stars. I know if I can always stay a good girl, my wishes can come true. That's all it takes, is to be a good girl.
Hello.
Noreen looks so happy these days. She's always going on and on about her friend Paula. They're like two peas in a pod.
Hello.
I just know she'll grow up to be a beautiful loudmouth like me. Can you picture it? Only joking. Yeah, I can picture you with a loudmouth. How you doing, Susanna? Good news! It's about my badly behaved son. He's not badly behaved anymore. You should see him sitting there studying away like a good boy.
Hello.
He even gets full marks in all the mock tests I give him. Ooh. It just goes to show he can do anything if he puts his mind to it. He's got a promising future. Yeah, with a helicopter mom. Hooray. Alright, let's talk to Kenny Rohan again. Shh, listen. No machines, no marching soldiers, and no noisy vendors. Just the sound of children playing. I do sometimes hear high-pitched squealing. Do you hear it too?
What is it?
I think a fan club may be forming in honor of me, Kenny Rohan. Public recognition has been a long time coming. Just as long as it doesn't interfere with my work, I'll allow it for now. How you doing, Betty? I'm Kenny Rohan's biggest fan. I just get so excited just seeing him. Yoo-hoo, Kenny over here.
Hi there.
I get so excited seeing him I can feel butterflies in my stomach. Kenny Rohan's got a student. I know new student must be honest just like Kenny. No, I more admire Kenny Rohan's generosity. And yeah, one more person over here. Kenny Rohan's student. He doesn't seem too great. Is he really cut out for it?
Hello.
I could use that man to get closer to Kenny Rohan. I'll have to check it out. Ah, you guys are not good people.
Hello.
How you doing, Francoise? Noreen is the prettiest flower in the whole world. Hey, more affinity. She's always happy and smiling. She cheers everyone up. If only she'd stop wetting the bed, she'd be the perfect daughter. And I got an update to the affinity chart, and I'm not addressing what she just said at all. So we got a happy family between Noreen and Francoise, which is green. We got so much. Just so much. There's still one person that doesn't have anything. That's Pepino. Well, we'll work on him some more later. Oh, no. There's also Pico over here. But, we'll get to that eventually. Anything more to say, Francoise? Noreen's been so cheerful lately. It's a joy to watch her. But she did have something on her mind until a little while ago.
Hello.
Yes, she did. Noreen is the... yep, okay. That's what you said before. And we're not talking about that. Let's head up here. I've decided not to run away anymore. I'll fight even if I lose. Otherwise, nothing's ever going to change. Am I right? Yes. Now I can take down caterpillars. I couldn't do that before. That's progress, ain't it? Took me a while to notice, though. That doesn't matter, though. At least I'm making a start. Do you guys remember when the caterpillars were difficult? Yeah, me neither.